you can count on.
It shouldn't have happened, and we're sick about it, and we're going to do everything we can to get those responsible for it.
Tonight, Chief Scott Schubert vowing to find the people responsible for a mass shooting in East Allegheny. Chaos inside an Airbnb as gunfire erupts during a party. Nearly 200 people inside scrambling to safety. Channel 11 News has been covering this big story all day, and breaking tonight, we just learned the names of the two teens killed. The medical examiner has identified them as 17-year-old Matthew Steffi Ross and 17-year-old Jaden Brown. Police say the shooting happened just after midnight at a party inside an Airbnb on Madison Avenue. The house is near the Parkway North. So here's what we know so far. 2 teens are dead, 8 others were shot. 5 additional victims were hurt trying to get away. And police say there were multiple shooters, and Chief Scott Schubert says they plan to find them.
A lot of these juveniles, their friends, and I would say even some of their family members know they have guns, and they have a responsibility to help as well and get those guns out of their hands.
Mayor Gainey also offered a statement through his spokesperson since he is out with COVID-19, offering all of the families involved his condolences. You know, social media is playing a big role in this investigation with police asking people to upload videos from the party. The videos being shared online show the terror and chaos inside the event as the shots rang out. We want to warn you that some of the video you're about to see will be hard to watch. Viewers tell Channel 11 this flyer titled "It's a Movie" went out on social media. It gives the address, time, and date of the party, and it states shots and marijuana will be available for sale. This Snapchat video shows dozens and dozens of people on the bottom and second floor singing and having a good time. And then we got our hands on this video. It appears to show someone ripping the railing off the staircase. Inside the house. This Facebook Live video almost has 1 million views online. It shows the minute partygoers noticed someone had a gun inside the event.
He got a gun, y'all gotta go. He got a gun. Oh my gosh! He's about to shoot! No, we gotta go.
Once the shooting starts, people inside start screaming and running for cover. Pittsburgh police tell Channel 11 they plan to use all of these videos to put the people responsible behind bars. Pittsburgh police put together a website where people can submit videos or pictures that could help with the investigation. We have a link to that form on our website at WPXI.com. We know many of the people at that party were underage, and tonight the Pittsburgh Public School District says it is modifying the school day tomorrow as a result. Channel 11's Michelle Chavez continues our live team coverage from the north side. Michelle.
Michelle Chavez, Channel 11 News.
Michelle, thank you. As police continue their investigation, we're hearing from people who were near the scene as it happened. Channel 11's Pete DeLuca talked to witnesses.
Pete DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
For up-to-the-minute coverage of this story, download the WPXI News app. We will also have the latest on Channel 11 Morning News starting at 4:30. Police say no one was hurt in a shootout at a Southside store, but you can see all of the damage to the building on Warden Street. Windows are broken, glasses everywhere. Witnesses told police 2 men came into the clothing store and started shooting at 2 men who were inside. By the time officers got there, all 4 men were gone. And take a look at these photos a Channel 11 viewer sent us of a fire in Elizabeth Township. We're told the fire started on Sahara Street around 10. According to County Dispatch, at least 1 person was taken to the hospital. Now we're working to learn more, and as soon as we do, we will pass that on to you. Penn Hills police are asking for your help in finding a missing man. This man right here. Larry Ellis left his house around 1 this morning to meet a woman named Ebony. Ellis was last seen getting into a dark-colored jitney. Police need to find him because they say he has a history of medical problems and does not have his medication. The other big story tonight, the changing weather. A live look over the city of Pittsburgh tonight. Meteorologist Scott Harbaugh is here. And earlier, Scott, you mentioned that snow could be on the way.
I'll have that for you coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Scott, new tonight, we've learned one person died in a car accident on the Thompson Run Bridge. The chief of the Duquesne Fire Department tells us the call came in just before 11 a.m. for a vehicle over the bridge. The driver of a Toyota front runner lost control and went over the edge. The man, identified as David Judy of West Mifflin, was ejected and the vehicle landed on top of him. He died at the scene. A 22-year-old man has been arrested in connection with a shooting at a South Carolina mall. Right now, he only faces gun charges, but police say more charges could be on the way. 9 people were shot when police say Joanne Price opened fire at a busy shopping mall in Columbia. So far, no one has died. 5 others were hurt when they ran from the gunfire. 9 people were also injured at a nightclub shooting in Furman, South Carolina. It happened this morning at Cara's Lounge during an event that featured dancers and music. In the meantime, weekend gun violence continued early this morning in Boston's Chinatown neighborhood when 2 victims were shot around 2:30. 3 suspects were taken into custody after crashing their car after leaving the scene. The investigation is ongoing.
They were right by the headboard, and I'm just fortunate that there was no more victims.
It was a close call for a family staying at an Airbnb near the shooting scene. Tonight, the host walks us through the damage left behind. As we learn more about this fatal shooting in East Allegheny, the family who was staying downstairs is grateful to be alive. Channel 11's Lori Hoy spoke with the person who rents the space out and found damage this morning.
From the north side, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
The police response to this morning's shooting on the city's north side was massive, and tonight we're getting a sense of how it unfolded from the emergency dispatch recordings. The radio transmission between police and first responders started as a report of more than a dozen gunshots fired.
34 rounds heard in total. Again, it's a shot spotter notification. 32 still. Fire zone 15805 Sussman Street off of Madison for 34 rounds heard in total. Use caution in the area.
Next, an officer tells dispatch that they already know about a party happening at that address.
Just be advised, there's a very large party at that 900 Madison. We checked earlier.
Then, more calls about the gunshots and the victims start to come in.
Start with police to 900 Madison Avenue between Sussman and Lovett Way. They had a shot spotter for 34 rounds. We also got a call for a gunshot. Unknown status of the victim at this time.
Still shots being fired in the area and female potentially shot in the leg.
You can hear the concern and panic start to set in when Pittsburgh police start arriving at the scene. They needed help from even more officers.
We need more units down here with large crowds. Involved in a gunshot at 900 Madison Avenue. They are screaming on the air for additional units. Yeah, take as many as you need.
Some of the victims hit by gunfire started to run for cover behind cars and to a nearby fire station.
Delta 5, we're not sure if he was hit by a car or shot by Turtle Lake. Delta 5, we have 2 victims. 2 as of right now.
Delta 5, are they both at the same location? What's location going to be?
Sussman and Turtle. They're both at Sussman and Turtle.
In other news, Bishop David Zubik celebrated Mass for Easter this morning at Bellevue at Assumption Church. You can see there was a large turnout after the pandemic limited attendance over the last few years. The bishop says today is the cornerstone for the Christian church.
Well, for all of us as Christians, this is the most glorious day of the year because we believe that Jesus is our light and we believe that he is our peace.
Holy Week concluded with the blessing of the families at St. Paul Cathedral Church. In the meantime, the Vatican marked the High Holy Day with the Mass at St. Peter's Basilica. Pope Francis welcomed all to the Mass and blessing, but did not lead the service. He's suffering from knee pain, which has made it difficult to walk. The Pope has canceled several public appearances. During the blessing, Pope Francis delivered his twice-yearly message to the world, his message calling for peace in Eastern Europe.
May there be peace or war torn Ukraine, so sorely tried by the violence and the destruction of the cruel and senseless war into which it was dragged.
In the meantime, a few thousand Ukrainian troops are making a last stand in Mariupol. This morning, Russia called on the troops to surrender. Ukraine's prime minister says they are not backing down.
The city still is not fallen. There is still our military forces, our soldiers, so they will fight till the end. And as for now, they still are in Mariupol.
The president of Ukraine says a takeover of that city could spell the end to negotiations between the two sides. Well, 3 people were hurt last night when a small plane went down in Garrett County, Maryland. The pilot told investigators the plane iced over, causing him to lose control. The plane crashed in a wooded area in Grantsville. Several Philadelphia businesses and residents are filing a lawsuit to overturn the city's mask mandate. The lawsuit claims the city does not have the authority to make the mandate. The city brought back masks for indoor spaces after a rise in cases over the last few weeks. Right now, the mandate is set to go into effect tomorrow.